This week, it's gonna be a spooky good time as we celebrate Halloween with the pirates on a Halloween cruise down the Provo River.
Then the fun continues as Reece Stein is back to show off one of the spookiest places in Utah as he takes us for a hike where the goblins and gargoyles spring from the rocks.
Finally, if you were to match a pumpkin against a car, who's gonna take the most damage? Well, we'll show you the answer to this question, and you may be surprised. It's all ahead, coming right now on At Your Leisure. Are you ready for tonight?
Am I ready?
Yeah.
I was born ready. Look at these things.
Dead men tell no tales.
Ooh, that is a scary pirate.
All right, well, we're in the Halloween spirit now. Hi, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Rhea Rossi Booth, and we are out at this really cool place called Clas Ropes.
Right.
Out here in Provo. Because it's in Provo.
It is in Provo. It's out near the airport, right next to Utah Lake State Park. There's a campground out here. If you like getting scared every night, you can come out and you can bring your RV and camp here, and then come over and just scare the bejeebies out of yourself, like just happened to you.
Exactly, and this is our Halloween show, by the way.
Yeah, well,
we did not dress up like this to go out to dinner.
I must say, Catwoman, you look very good tonight. Yes, sir, ma'am.
This place is so cool. I didn't even know they had Halloween stuff out here.
Well, you know, and what it is the only Halloween cruise in the state of Utah, which did inspire my costume.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So we're going on a boat.
We're going to set sail on a pirate-infested river. Prepare to get yourself frightened. Let's find out about this place right now.
So when you first arrive at the ropes course, you want to check in at the front office, give them your name, they can check you off on our roster. You're given some pirate booty, which is really important because we tell them the river is infested with pirates and you never know if you're going to encounter a pirate. And then we send them out to sit and watch the movie and wait for their name to be called by the captain, who's full on in character and gets the kids excited. It's a wonderful movie. It's called Scaredy Cats and Spooky Bats. But the captain will come out, there he is, and he'll say, you know, I'm gonna call your name, and when I call your name, you hear your name, I want you to sound like a pirate and arr, do their best pirate impersonation, get them hyped up. When the captain calls their names, they head on back and get their life jackets on. Everyone 12 and under gets a life jacket, and then the captain leads them on to the boat. You can expect to see a lot of fun decorations, like we have over 100 carved pumpkins, hand-carved pumpkins that we do once every 7 to 10 days. We have to recarve all these pumpkins. And they're set near to the river so that you can see the reflection in the river. It's really awesome. Plus, we have an amazing captain who will tell a story about the history of the pirates on the Provo River. And that's a lot of fun because there's some jokes and some funny stories.
If you have anyone with a maturity level under the age of 12, also you're going to want a life jacket there.
You know, corny stuff. And the kids really get into it because then the captain says, you know, be on the lookout for pirates. And you might get attacked by the pirates. And you might have to use your pirate booty that we give you when you check in to save the treasure on board the Blue Buccaneer or the Purple Plunder. And we've got some concession stands at the office, popcorn, hot cocoa, candy bars, home-baked cookies. And afterwards, when they leave, it's not uncommon for us to hear, I want to do that again. Can we go back? Can we do it again? Or everybody's acting like a pirate. So we really got the pirate thing going on.
So this is the fun. You have to have pirate booty to survive the pirates on the river. So
Right.
we're a little bit frightened right now.
Because
Whoa. We got
this is
there
serious
are
business out
pirates
here.
coming to ride to get the pirates. I've just never seen anything like it. Can we get a little booty?
Okay, sure, go ahead.
All right.
Well, this is so we.
You have my booty.
Oh, thank.
And
oh,
I'll
these
have
are-
this booty.
This is lovely.
And
Okay.
it does.
Gotcha.
Right now, we've got another thing for you, all for Halloween. This is a scary place to go. For where to?
I'm Reece Stein, at your leisure in one of the spookiest places in all of Utah, a tiny area of eerie shapes and ghostly images. Witches, goblins, ghouls, and gargoyles spring from the rock in this uncanny 10-acre patch of twisted moonscape.
It was amazing. It was very otherworldly and like nothing we'd seen before, really.
A silent scream echoes across the mostly empty desert, tucked between the White and Green Rivers, 40 miles south of Vernal. Bizarre creatures lay buried under ancient Lake Uinta for some 50 million years, only recently emerging as softer sandstone and shales gradually wash away. While harder rock, they're still fragile and easily broken or chipped. Best to look with your eyes, not your hands. Sadly, the spectacular Devil's Teapot is no more, likely destroyed by vandals. But hundreds of fantastic formations remain, walls and towers of layered stone glued together by eons of pressure, some with fairy tale spirits dancing on the roof. In the midst of Utah's dinosaur land, not surprising, Leona Bynum sees her favorite critter poking out of the cliffs.
Some of them look like passos, and some of them look like triceratops.
We saw about 3,000 triceratops-looking rock formations.
Wow.
But that's what happens when you have a 4-year-old who's really into dinosaurs, and everything looks like a triceratops.
Triceratops horns sprout in droves through the canyon. Its giant mouth and nose loom ominously over the trail. Yeah, I see it. All kinds of angry critters here, with lots of places to hide, and windows to keep an eye on unsuspecting passersby. Very spooky. An easy half-mile loop trail takes you to the spookiest of the spooky. Fantasy Canyon sits at the end of a dirt road in the middle of the Uinta Basin oil fields, with an occasional pronghorn strolling by. It's a little tricky to get to.
And if you're really interested in going, be sure you stop at the Visitor Information Center in Vernal and get this wonderful brochure. It has information and a map, which I found really helpful because this place is not easy to come by.
Reece Stein, at your leisure, with a Halloween Where To adventure at Fantasy Canyon.
Hey everybody, welcome back to At Your Leisure. I'm Scott Huntsman at my Tunex shop here in South Jordan, Utah. Now, this is what's new, Project Ruby Red. Last time I was out wheeling with this in Moab, I was getting some creaky noises. I think I've got a bad universal joint and some bad ball joints. We're going to replace those today, but we're going to do it with a unique product from Teraflex right here in Utah. Let's get it inside. Let's get started with this. I'll show you what it's all about. All right, guys, we've got the Jeep in and we're getting the wheel off so we can get started with this, but I want to point out these Teraflex ball joints and why they're unique compared to even a good quality factory ball joint. This Teraflex joint, in comparison, the stock ball joint replacement does give me a grease zerk that we don't have already, but once you install it, there's nothing else that we do to this. The reason I like this Teraflex joint is because it gives me 2 spots of lubrication. I'll have the best possible way to do so with the grease gun, but also what's unique about this is the tool that it comes with allows me to set the pre-tension on this joint once it's installed. So as this joint wears, after I've kept it greased, I can always come back in and put tension upon the joint so we have the right amount of tension on the knuckle to turn. The Spicer universal joint I've installed. Spicer's a top quality name we have a part number that has an X in it. What the X means is that we do not have a grease zerk fitting in the universal joint. This is important because this is a stronger joint. There's more metal material in the center housing because it's not drilled for a grease zerk. Because I use them, we all know that on the trail. Let's get started getting them in. Okay, I oriented the ball joints so the two grease fittings would be pointing towards the inside of the axle because we use a standard U-joint. All right, guys, our project is complete. The ball joints and the universal joints were just in bad shape, and this is a great upgrade for it. If you've got a four-wheel drive vehicle, this is going to be something that you will inevitably have to do at some point in time. Now, remember, at TuneX, we do these types of suspension and drivetrain repairs, so we could do that at any of our service centers all over Utah. I'm Scott Huntsman. More at your leisure in a moment.
What an atmosphere for Halloween. I mean, spooky music and everything. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are down at Clas, and we are getting ready for our pirate cruise.
Yeah, I know. And the little kids are like stampeding. Can you see them coming down the sidewalk?
Oh, yeah, there is a stampede. It's like 6-year-olds ready to take on the pirates. They got their booty in their hand.
Exactly.
And they are ready.
Well, they're going to stop by and grab these life preservers before they jump on that boat, and they're going to be ready to go.
You know, that makes me think of something, Rhea, though. I mean, okay, so if this were just a Halloween deal, I mean, they've got like 50 kitty life jackets here on this great big rack. And I mean, they've got all this stuff. And so it makes you wonder if they got 3 barges and these life jackets and all these canoes down here, what else happens all year long?
Well, I started building ropes courses. The first one I ever built was up at Island Park Scout Camp up in Idaho. Then came down to BYU and they found out I had built a ropes course, so they asked me to build the one up at Aspen Grove Family Camp. Started working at Provo Canyon School as a recreation therapist, so I built one there and at several other troubled youth facilities in the state prison. And so my wife and I kept saying, you know, instead of building all these ropes courses for troubled people, let's do one for families and youth groups, things like that. And so we started looking for property. We found this beautiful piece of land right along the Provo River. So we purchased this piece of property 28 years ago. And it was basically a junkyard. And so it took us several months to get the place cleaned up and put up a fence and plant grass. And then we started building ropes course activities. One of the first ones that we did was this zip line that goes right through here. And then we built the climbing wall and several other activities. So we had groups starting to come that first year. It was really hard making a living that first 5 or 10 years. In fact, we were probably one of the poorest families in Utah at the time because nobody knew what a ropes course was. We were trying to think of other ways to make money, and some kids from where we lived across town before we moved out here, they said, this is the coolest place, so scary with these big trees at night. Let's do a spook alley. And I said, okay, if you guys help me, then we'll do a spook alley. And then we started brainstorming and thought, well, we've got the river, how about we do a boat ride? After those first 3 years of the Spook Alley, we started the first annual Christmas cruise on the Provo River. This will be our 25th annual Christmas cruise on the Provo River. So we're open year round, and we have the Halloween cruise that's the whole month of October. Then we have our Christmas cruise during the month of December, where we have thousands of Christmas lights reflecting off the river, Christmas scenes to look at, Christmas music on the boat, and Santa comes along in a canoe to visit everyone. We have canoe rentals. A lot of families or youth groups will come and rent canoes. We have a adventure park with 16 different activities, so you can go up and play for a couple of hours on these obstacles We have a zip tour with 7 zip lines that goes through the trees, across the river, back again. The climbing wall right here. We have a giant swing that takes you up 40 feet in the air. There's the leap of faith, all kinds of team building activities, just so many things to do. It would take you 2 or 3 days to do everything that we have here. You can purchase tickets online, and our website is clasropes.com, or you could call our phone number, which is 801-373-8897.
Hey, you're late. You'd be the last ones on board.
I'm sorry, El Capitan.
It'd be fine. However, we'll need you to get on board quickly.
Okay, we will. We will. So we got a bail. There's not set tickets for you. Catch the next one right now. Why don't you go to this week's along the way? Come on, go.
You're not going to flog us, are you?
Maybe. Only if you get on board quickly.
It's a cold October afternoon here at Hee Haw Farms in Pleasant Grove, Utah, where the smell of pumpkins permeate the air, the screams and laughter of children surround you. Hee Haw is more than just a roadside attraction. It's a home for kindness, family fun, and history.
This is Hee Haw Farms. We actually are a really cool farm because we're 163 years old. Our farm was homesteaded in the 1860s by Oliver Smith, so we're 5th generation farmers. And 21 years ago, Hee Haw Farms was created to be a agritainment spot, a place where families and groups could come and enjoy the fall season, harvest season. There's a great history here and a great love, and I have a lot of people that when they come to the farm, they say there's something special here. They just feel it. They feel what I feel, and I'm very passionate about it and about preserving that heritage and the history. So today's a special day with our giant pumpkin drop. We drop over 10,000 pounds of pumpkin, and you'll see today that there's lots of objects, car, fridges, organs, pianos, different things that we have as targets. And so what we do to raise the money is people can buy a ticket for $10, pick a pumpkin out of a box that we've gathered, and go up in the crane, those 14 stories, and drop on a target below. And all of the funds that we raise during this event is donated.
Greg Griffin was hit by Pumpkin just because she was trying to destroy her dishwasher.
A smashing good time is enough excitement for most, but when the pumpkin guts stop flying and all of the household appliances are no longer recognizable, one will be able to take a moment to breathe and see how much heart this not-so-small farm really has.
So fun seeing the pumpkins fall, and it's been a great day for us. And all the fun things that Hee Haw has to offer is awesome. The tractors, the slides, the animals, it's been a blast.
Hee Haw Farms is important to me, and just because I've grown up on the farm, it's been in my family, and it's just fun to put on this event for people to come and enjoy the farm. Our event today, all the proceeds are going to a kid that used to work here. He just got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
I'm so glad that we could be here on this special event day that we're raising money for the person that was just diagnosed with cancer, and that has actually a really special meaning to us because my dad and their grandpa just passed away from cancer about 3 weeks ago. And so we're really glad that we could be here and help support someone else that's going to be going through some really difficult times soon.
This is no ordinary farm. It's a place filled with family values that just makes you want to jump right into the fall fun and be a part of the amazing community that surrounds Hee Haw. Thanks for joining us at Hee Haw Farms. For this week's Along the Way, I'm Stephen Heumann.
This has to be the scariest place Rhea's ever been, because She is snapping the epaulet on my aviator's jacket on and off. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are on the Pirates River Cruise on the Provo River.
Yeah, we're with Clas Ropes, and this place, they did a beautiful job. And you know, for like adults, it's like this scary, but for kids, it's like that scary, and it's wonderful. And all ages. This is such a great family adventure.
It is, and there's just like adventure at every turn. You'd really want to put this on your calendar for next year.
Yep.
And speaking of calendars, we have a calendar of events that's always got fun stuff coming up, along with things like sticker winners, next week's show. Let's take a look at it.
First up, be sure to mark your calendars because coming up soon on the 5th and 6th of November is the 3rd annual Jurassic Rally in Tickaboo.
Roar! The ride includes games, food, guided rides, prizes, and fun. So be sure to get your rig dino ready and come down and join in the fun. Now, let's take a look at our contest winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Tressa Johnson Nielsen, who sent us this pic of her trailer off the beaten path, sporting her AYL sticker. It looks like she's going to win an outdoor stove from Camp Chef.
Camp Chef offers the best way to get your cooking done in the outdoors. Visit campchef.com for more information.
Congratulations, Tressa, and be sure to call us on Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. Now let's take a look at next week's show.
Next week, while most people are thinking of Torrey as a gateway to Capitol Reef, Kevin and Gina are going to show you how others are finding a new way to enjoy the remarkable terrain of central Utah.
Then, we're off to look at one of the most controversial off-road riding areas in Utah's history. Be sure to tune in to find out what fun you can have in Caneville.
Finally, what did you do for Halloween? Well, we'll give you one idea for next year that's a cross between Oktoberfest and the Nightmare on Elm Street. It is a blast coming at you fast.
Next week's show looks fantastic.
It does indeed. You know, I think I knew this guy, Frady Cat.
Yeah? Went to school with him?
We called him Fredo. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you, I've never met Rigor Mortis.
Yes, well,
No.
very stiff guy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't like his company.
Oh my gosh, you are just, you need to be on stage somewhere, dude.
The one out of town, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, it's the jokes.
Yeah.
It's the jokes they tell. They just bring this out in.
I know, this is like total cornball place, but it is so fun, and it's open every day of the week in October except Sundays.
That's right. So plan it for next year. It's too late for this year, but plan it for next year, particularly if you got young kids. This is just a treat.
It is.
So remember, as any good pirate says, there's adventure around every bend.
You just got to get out there and create your own adventure.
At your leisure.